Good evening, Team Genesis associates and guests. Thanks for being with us. I'm Janet Larson Meyer, and I'm an Executive Vice President with CTFO. We have a great meeting lined up for you again tonight. I'm going to be introducing you to a very special guest who's creating success here at CTFO after 2 disappointing experiences in other network marketing programs. In just a few minutes, he's going to tell you about how our company's products have positively impacted his health and how he's going to share some insights with you on interesting discoveries he's made during his first year in business with us. His story and personal experience are sure to be the highlight of tonight's live meeting, so we'll get right to that as soon as we satisfy the curiosity of our valued guests who are here with us tonight to learn about the incredible business opportunity CTFO has to offer. We've shared a lot of information and detail about all aspects of our business model in previous webinars, which are all available for replay on our Team Genesis YouTube channel. So instead of doing a deep dive into all of that again tonight, I'm going to focus on just 3 key elements that make our business model such an irresistible opportunity. So here goes. The first thing I want to mention is that CTFO is a network marketing program. That means you get all the benefits that go along with that kind of structure, like the flexibility to work where you want, when you want, and with whom you want. As an independent associate, you enjoy all the benefits of being your own boss. There's nobody that tells you how you need to do your job each day, and you don't have to be to work at a certain time or work with any annoying or unpleasant coworkers. As long as you represent our products and program honestly and accurately, you can work how you like, with whom you like. Another unique advantage of this network marketing program is that it offers you the potential to earn an unlimited residual income. That means there are no caps and no limits to how much you can make. And unlike a job or traditional employment, this business can continue to pay you even after you stop working. And unlike some network marketing programs, this one costs you nothing to get started. When you become an associate with CTFO, you get your own e-commerce enabled website and fully operational business opportunity without having to pay anything for it. Nobody will ask you for a credit card, and you won't even have to provide your social security number to enroll. Orders from your website are processed and shipped by CTFO's team of customer service representatives who can also answer questions for customers and handle any product returns or issues. It's a simple and easy business with no investment required that you can start today. The next thing I want to cover briefly is our products. In order to have a successful business, you need to have great products that people need or want. In our case, we're really fortunate that CBD happens to be one of the hottest products in the world today, and you're probably starting to see and hear about CBD everywhere. Millions of people are already buying and loving CBD, which is often called nature's miracle, for its reputation for helping people quickly and naturally resolve serious health issues and restore their quality of life. Here at CTFO, we offer over 70 of the highest quality products that include full spectrum, whole plant, and isolate CBD oils in various potencies, topical lotions, gummies, sprays, a hair restoration system, a complete skincare line, weight loss products, and even CBD products engineered for your pets. In a nutshell, our product line offers you and your customers everything you need to feel, think, and look your very best. Everything we sell is tested and certified for purity, priced right, and backed by a money-back guarantee. Full details about all of our products are provided on our websites, but I have to mention one of the biggest advantages that we have over every other network marketing company offering CBD products. That's our patented 10x Pure technology that's been tested and confirmed to offer superior bioavailability, which simply means it's absorbed better within the body. Now, I don't have time here tonight to get into the science of exactly how that works or why the patent is so valuable, but there's a video on our Team Genesis YouTube channel featuring Dr. Robin Sika that you can watch if you want to fully understand that and see why it's such a huge advantage you can offer. Okay, so I mentioned we've got great products, and I told you about the flexible business opportunity we offer with no startup costs. But I haven't yet explained how you can make money here, so I'll do that now. That's actually one of the best things about this program, and here's how it works. Simply put, when people go to your new website and purchase any of our products, you get paid. I know that probably sounds just too easy, so let me illustrate that with an example from just last week. I was talking to a gal named Catherine when I was standing in line on Thursday to pick up my family's phoned-in dinner order at one of my favorite restaurants. We started chatting as girls do, and she told me she was exhausted from a long workday after getting little sleep. And I told Catherine I used to have trouble sleeping too, before I started using CBD sleep spray and a powerful and pure CBD oil. When she asked me how she could get some to try, I texted her my digital business card right then and there that includes a link to my website and let her know that if she chose to purchase it, her satisfaction was money back guaranteed. When she went to my site later that night and bought the sleep spray, I got paid. A portion of every product sold on your site is deposited into a business account set up for you when you join that adds up and is available to cash in every Wednesday. I love it when I get that email on Wednesday that there's money waiting in my account for me to collect. And all I have to do to build up that account is tell people how they get these amazing products that I just mentioned earlier. And when they buy them, I get paid, and so can you. The company's computer handles all of the calculations to pay you from your website sales through a unique hybrid matrix compensation plan that was designed with one thing in mind, that everyone could make money with it. You'll find none of the gimmicks and gotchas you typically see in other network marketing pay plans here at CTFO. Our copyrighted system has no legs to balance, no increasing personal volume requirements, no barriers to entry. Remember, it's free to join, and we don't even require your social security number or a credit card to get started. There's no front loading of inventory, no forced auto ship. A $47.47 product purchase qualifies you for your check each month, all the way to the very top of the pay plan. You can make money here and never spend a single penny. We pay weekly, and there's actually 4 different ways that you get paid. To get more details about all of the calculations and how this plan pays CTFO associates, go to our Team Genesis YouTube channel and watch Executive Vice President Joe Maluli's informative video titled Show Me the Money that breaks it down for you. So I shared with you that you can make an unlimited residual income in a flexible work environment, offering an exclusive and patented form of CBD, which is one of the hottest products in the world today, and it costs you nothing to get started. Can you think of one good reason not to get started in this no cost, no risk opportunity? Every day we see people's lives being positively impacted here, physically, emotionally, and financially, as a result of using our CBD products and capitalizing on our rich, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm sure that all sounds pretty good, but you may be wondering if it really works like that. Well, I can tell you that I'm certainly an example that it does, because I joined this company with an initial idea of just earning some extra money working around my regular job. But in less than a year, I was making so much more money with this business that I resigned from my job, and I've been doing this full-time ever since. The guest we have with us tonight is another example of that. His name is Randy Kalisek, and he's an executive manager from Meridian, Idaho. Randy has a background as a professional photographer for 40 years, and he also enjoys cars, airplanes, and fishing. He has 1 son and 1 grandson, and he's committed to serving others and living a rich life with his partner, Carrie. The part-time CBD business he started has brought him out of retirement, and today Randy's enjoying focusing on his personal and professional development with his growing CBD business. Randy, I'm excited to welcome you tonight to this webinar.
Thank you very much, Janet. I'm humbled to be here, honored to be here. And let me say too that I so appreciate the effort and commitment that you and Klaus have to bring us these trainings twice a week. It's an incredible thing you do. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Randy. That's very kind, and we're so grateful to have you with us tonight. Let's start out, Randy, and tell us about your curiosity around CBD and the research that you did prior to joining us, if we could.
Well, if I go back to the 70s, most of that research was hands-on, but I didn't know anything about CBD at that time. But 2 years ago, Carrie's dad was diagnosed with cancer. He lived in Oregon and was taking advantage of easier things with cannabis and was trying these different things to hopefully beat cancer. And I was curious. I didn't know anything about CBD, anything else. And so I decided to do a class, an online class, and I started learning about this amazing plant and the fact that there were, you know, not just THC, but CBD and CBG and CBN and on and on and on, 140 cannabinoids. And I was shocked to find out that the government actually has a patent on cannabinoids stating clearly that they have medical, you know, or health benefit. So, you know, it just really changed my understanding of the whole plant, totally.
And so you did a deep dive into this, Randy, before you even enrolled in CTFO, based on the curiosity and interest that was stirred when you're watching your father-in-law struggle to regain some health and quality of life, right?
Correct.
When did you actually enroll in CTFO?
Carrie found CTFO through a Craigslist ad in February of 2018. And she joined right away. A little backstory, she was into CBD enough, she wanted to make skincare products. And I thought, I don't think that's really practical. First, you have to get the CBD, and then you have to make the skincare. So I just, you know, it was just very fortuitous. She found CTFO, it had skincare and all that sort of thing, and so she was in. And because of my background, I thought, I'm not so sure about this. But her group started taking off.
And by your background, you're meaning you'd been involved in a couple other network marketing programs and proved to yourself pretty much you couldn't do it. And not recognizing it wasn't you, it was just you were aligned with the wrong program.
Right. You know, I just couldn't convince people to join this thing where they ran the risk of losing money, for one thing, because they always had money attached to them.
Mm-hmm. I get that, Randy. And you know, the interesting thing is the kind of success that you found here rather easily, because you're in your truth and in your comfort when you're talking about your love and belief in CBD and its power to transform. Really, don't you think that in part is part of the credit of why you've been able to do it here and not in other places?
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, were it any other product, I don't think I could do it. You know, I just felt like I can see myself being very comfortable talking with people about CBD. And there's a little bit of that falls into rebellion too, because I felt like, you know, these agendas that have kept the plant from us for 80 years, you know, if there's so much interest in it that they can't possibly hold it down forever. And so I thought, you know, I can get into this. I might make a little money. That's good. I went to the website, read about the mission statement, read about the owners, and watched the compensation plan, and was frankly just shocked. I couldn't believe, you know, the brain power that comes up with such a creative thing. And it just seemed to make sense. That's all I can say.
You know, I say to people, Randy, that our CBD really helps people get a good night's sleep until you review that compensation plan.
Yeah.
And then I dare you to sleep based on this new awakening of what's possible here on this playing field at CTFO. Randy, you know, a lot of leaders here, and including, and especially Klaus, I'll say, talk about making people's initial approach after asking some questions to determine if that person has a greater interest in the product or the opportunity. So my question to you is, which was more exciting to you here? The opportunity to actually be a part of this product that you had such a strong belief in? And I get your rebellion about people telling you can't have it because it really works and it works naturally. But was it that, or was it the opportunity to actually bank some extra money and enrich your retirement?
Well, sort of both, but I think the key thing was the product, because I could see myself doing it and promoting it. Okay, I'm 67 now, so I was 66, and my target date for retiring was on the horizon, and I had two questions. Will my money hold out? And my financial planner said, you'll be okay, but I wanted to do more than just pay bills, right? And the other thing is, what am I going to do with my time? Because I was so used to working, even though I wanted my time back, not having something to do is not necessarily a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really important to figure out a way to use my time where I wouldn't just drive myself crazy twiddling my thumbs. And CTFO has it's been such a blessing on both those counts. I can't tell you.
Yeah, I bet you'd drive Carrie crazy if you had too much time on your hand too, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in there for Carrie.
She's already gone back to work.
Yep, that's it. Well, I like that because it's woken you up, Randy, to having a purpose in life, right? A reason to get up and produce value and create results and that's just reward. It's a rewarding way to live, and we call it work.
Very much so. I think a lot of people maybe retire. I remember an HR person. I used to work for FedEx for about 10 years in flight ops, and an HR person came in and he said, when you retire, you have got to come up with something to do. And, that really stuck with me. I never really thought about that. I just thought retirement, free, easy life. But it's very true. You've got to have something that keeps you kind of motivated and engaged. And in my career as a photographer, if I wasn't working by myself, just applying my skills and thinking about light and exposures and all that kind of stuff, I would work with designers and art directors, but largely it was in my head. And so this is totally different. I have never set a goal in my life that I can think of because I was afraid of not being able to achieve the goal. Mm-hmm. So personal development and leadership and relationship building and all these different things that are rolled up into this, that it's just, gosh, it's a whole new world, totally new world for me.
Yeah, that's like music to a woman's ear there, Randy. You just can keep running with that one. When we do these webinars, I think one of the most popular talk tracks that we go down is talking about marketing strategies that have worked for you. And I promised people that they would hear a new strategy that you've been successful with that we've never actually heard on these webinars. So let's take a minute here, Randy, and delve into how you're getting the word out about CBD and this turnkey business model. What's been successful for you?
Well, it's hard to boil it down to just one thing. I've tried a little of everything in some ways. Direct face-to-face with friends or acquaintances. I've got a personal Facebook page that I use, some, not always. I have a business page, the CBD Advocate, where I post nothing but CBD stuff, and I don't post as often as they suggest. As I mentioned, we found CTFO through Craigslist ads, so we did that for several months. But what I realized there was it lacked any kind of connection with the person. Okay, mm-hmm. It was very. I lost the word I want. It was we didn't know one another, right? Mm-hmm. And so I've really boiled it down. I believe this is a relationship business. Regardless of our technology and everything, you've got to create a connection with people. So the most recent thing, two things, I bought some leads, and I'm kind of working my own way through trying to come up with a campaign. And basically of these leads, let's say 30% just opted out. About 50 to 60% have not responded at all, but they've not said no. But I've got about 20% of the people who've asked for more information. And in fact, I've been on the phone with one of those people twice, and we're going to meet on Friday. I think she may come in. So of that 50 or 60% that haven't said anything, as far as I'm concerned, they're fair game, and I can drip on them for as long as I can come up with things to do.
They're going to tap out sometime, right, Randy? That's your idea.
Right. And so then the last thing is I did a training on using a meetup group. And for those of you that don't know what meetup is, if you go to your community and just type in my case, Boise meetup groups, you're going to find people who like to hike, who like to cook, who like to go to movies, who like music, everything you can think of. And so there are these groups that are formed around these basic interests. People join that group. And then there are these social activities. And the idea is more of a farming mentality than a hunting mentality. So, we're using this group to enlarge our circle and hopefully find permission to market to these people. So we built a group, Meridian Boomers, and the idea is designing life after 50. Some of your career responsibilities might be waning, your family responsibilities could be waning. Well, what next? What kind of life do you want to define for yourself? And we have 170 members in this group. And we schedule events like after dinner social hours. I've got a couple events around car shows, an event to go down to the Snake River where there's a power plant about 45 minutes or an hour from here, and they have a nice park for a picnic and a tour of this power facility. So it's all kinds of things that you can come up with for groups of people to do. But the beauty is CBD is going to come up. Mm-hmm. The first night, 2 people I was talking with, both talking about their dogs. One had anxiety stuff and the other one has, some other kind of issue. Because the group was new, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to, go there too soon. Mm-hmm. But that conversation is in my head and I will see these people again. And hey, you remember when we saw each other a couple of weeks ago? And
that is amazing, Randy. And tell our viewers, if you would, how many people came together the first time you posted a meetup event, and then how long did it take you to actually have 170 people come together?
Let's see. We have the first meeting we had was just an after dinner social. Whoops, about my computer. An after dinner social, and I think 20 people showed up, and the room was packed. And so we've done 2 groups there. We're moving to a larger venue the next time. Let's see, I launched the group in March sometime. And last count, I think there was 170 or 175 people.
So you come together, and the worst that could happen is that you enjoy fellowship. You make new friends. Yeah. And the best thing that could happen is that you swap ideas on what's worked for you, because it's to the benefit of the person in front of you, right?
Absolutely. To me, it's all about connecting people. Mm-hmm. And it is social. And the beauty is, I'm not necessarily trying to force anybody into anything about CBD. Really, right. It's more like this relationship. The idea that people buy from those they know, like, and trust.
Right.
If you can build that on the front end, you're way, way, way ahead, I think. It might be slower. Well, it is probably slower, but I feel good about it.
Yeah, it's just a win over time. It doesn't have to be a slam. Hey, we're running out of time here, Randy, but we talk about you trying the product and getting good results. I want our viewers tonight to hear what products that you've tried, and we'll skirt away from claims of cures. You had some things that were conditions that you were wrestling with, right? So can you share with us what were some of the things that you were hoping to improve, and then what's happened since you started using our CBD oil?
Well, I bought oil right away. I bought the 500 milligram drops right away because, obviously if I'm going to talk about this product to somebody, I better know what it's going to do for me, right? And so, within days, I got out of my car and I felt like my muscles were more fluid in my legs. My joints felt better. My sleep was better. My moods are better. And my blood work even improved. And I'm basically healthy, but my doctor was impressed with some of the numbers he saw. And I said, "You want to know the whole story?" And he said, "What?" And I said, "I take CBD oil. I'm all over it." He says,
And then he goes, no, now I don't want to hear anymore.
well,
I don't know how to make
he
money on
recommends it.
CBD. So
He recommends it. And I've been in a little bit of contact with him. It's hard to get to your doctor, right?
Mhm.
But there's potential there.
Yeah, that's great. And then we talked about you had improved sleep, relief from joint pain, right? And improved mood, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So you're better to be around, are you?
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. Me too. 50-50 at least.
There are days. What can you
Well, Randy, we've run out of time, but I want to thank you for sharing your story and your experience, and especially that meetup group is a great idea. So fits into our model of having real relationships, not being attached to an immediate outcome. It's just so perfect, and we've enjoyed visiting with you tonight and talking about all this. And I'll tell you what, you've inspired me enough that if I wasn't already in, I'd be jumping in this with you for sure. And I appreciate how you did do your due diligence on CBD, and you did some research and you read up on the company, and you tried CBD oil for yourself and you got some good results. And then you did, Randy, what everyone should do, and you started telling people about it on Craigslist and Facebook and now meetup groups, and then you're off and running. So we thank you again for your commitment of time to us this evening, and we hope you'll come back in the future and update us on your progress.
All right. Thank you very much for having me, and I'd love to come back one day.
It's been our pleasure, Randy. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here's my final message to the guests we have here with us tonight. You heard about our products, you heard about our company, and you just saw an example of someone who's benefiting from our products and making money with our company. And there are millions of people out there like Randy who are benefiting from CBD. And there are hundreds of thousands of CTFO associates like Randy who are making money with this free, ready-made business model. And you can too. So if you're at all interested in making some extra money in your own business like this, just ask the person who invited you on this webinar to get you started. It's so fun and rewarding to help people make more money and feel better. There's really nothing to lose and everything to gain. Now is the time. CTFO is the program, and we are the team of leaders who will help you across the finish line. Before we wrap things up, I want to remind you to please join us for our regularly scheduled Team Genesis training this Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. This week, we'll be unveiling the new 3-step onboarding process you've been waiting for that includes a brand new quick start guide designed to get your new enrollees off to a fast, smart start with their CTFO careers. This 3-step onboarding process is exclusive to Team Genesis Associates. It's 100% free and duplicatable. It economizes your time and leverages the talent and expertise of other accomplished Team Genesis leaders. I've really got to hand it to the team of people who work with me on this project and put it together, because it's just what every one of you have been looking for. They did a great job, and you can start using it right after Saturday's training on it. So be sure to join us on Saturday for that live demonstration, where you'll have the opportunity to see how it works and ask any questions you may have. We're offering this training for Team Genesis Associates only, so you'll need to attend live, as it won't be available later for viewing on YouTube. That's all for tonight. Thank you all so much. Good night, and God bless you.